flavour of Australian Republic. We've got many hats.
Thank you, everyone. It's obviously great to be here, but I just want to thank firstly all our speakers, so James, Stacey, Sophie, our sort of keynote speaker, the Melbourne Federal Labor candidate, Cameron and Stuart, tonight. They're really some really good ideas that have come forward tonight, and I think a lot of them can take on board. Where my talk is going to focus on is through working for a federal member of parliament. We're engaging with small businesses and major businesses every day. And one of the main reforms going from the previous Labor government that was really successful was the rollout of the National Broadband Network. When we went and saw a business that actually had the NBN, they were much more competitively advantaged on the international stage, both and also the local stage by having the NBN. Most of the time when we're going around to a lot of businesses is when will we get the NBN? So it's vital going forward that we try and roll out the NBN as soon as we can to as many people as possible and to every small business and major business. But the next major transformation for our economy and for all small businesses and major businesses is transitioning into a renewable energy economy. Lots being talked about this week in terms of sort of wind farm, solar technology, but this is part of the future. One of the things I've been passionate about is looking at what Germany is doing at the moment. There's an economist at the moment by the name of Jeremy Rifkin. He's American, but he's working very hard with the German government and Chancellor Merkel at the moment and trying to rapidly transform the German economy into a renewable energy economy. So back in the year 2000, 6% of their energy came from renewable energy. Now it's around 30%. In Australia, back in 2006, we were about 4% of our energy came from renewable energy. Now we're only at 13%. Part of what we've got to try and do going forward is radically transform our economy into a renewable energy economy. Because countries like Germany, a number of their small businesses that have they've turned their businesses into a sort of mini power plant where they've got solar technology going into a battery power storage is providing basically in some cases free energy. There's a recent 730 report recently in May where there's a group of Australians up in Townsville who had put in the new solar systems, put in an Australian operated battery storage and haven't had a power bill for the whole year. This is the way we have to go because there's so many other countries. Denmark at the moment is 40% renewable energy, Germany's at 30%, and if we're at 13%, we need to really transform our economy quickly so that we can remain competitive against all these other advanced economies that are working quickly. But also going forward, the potential savings for business costs in terms of energy savings going forward is hugely beneficial. One other area that Germany is working hard now through BMW, Audi and Mercedes is transforming their transportation fleet into renewable energy sources, either via electric cars or hydrogen cars. This is part of the transition that we need to work on as well in Australia, because in Australia at the moment we have some really good manufacturers of solar panels or wind technology or hydro or wave technology. There's a big wave technology thing that's opening up in Portland at the moment. But going forward, one of the things that we need to work on is moving into transforming our transportation fleet, our cars, our vans, our trucks. Because Germany's and a number of American companies like Tesla and also Fisker, but now that's been bought by China, are moving into this space. But part of when we've got Ford, Holden and Toyota about to leave our shores over the next year, there is an opportunity to potentially get either an Australian startup company or a major other manufacturer that is going to start to produce these cars in the future. I don't think we should just completely get rid of the notion that we can't make cars or trucks or vans anymore. We need to be a manufacturing nation of automotive vehicles going forward, but they have to be the cars of the 21st century. Because going forward, the future where people are looking at is you're going to have businesses, if they become a mini power plant, where they've got the solar technology going into battery storage and then connecting into an energy internet so that they can share energy back into other small businesses or back into the community, and then also use that technology in terms of energy to provide the energy for their car going forward. You're going to have potential savings in about 5 to 10 years' time, where a majority of those businesses, which will happen in Australia, is they have no energy costs and no fuel costs. And So this is part of the transition. It will take time. We're only at 13% at the moment, and there's only a few businesses in Australia that are really getting this advantage at the moment. But if we're in a situation where every Australian business in about 10 years' time is getting this advantage, then we're going to be well ahead of many other nations, because by 2050 we're going to potentially move into the world where this renewable energy economy is going to become very much mainstream. But I would rather Australia as part of at the start end of this transition rather than at the back end. So that's part of my discussion. I'm mindful we have a bit of time now for a bit of Q&A, and I'm mindful I think everyone might want a bit of a drink or something to eat. So thank you all for coming tonight, and we'll open the floor to discussion. So just please to say your name and then who you want to ask the question to.
Yeah, just get your hand up if that's okay.